Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray, and thank you for watching. Today we are talking about Final Space Season 3, Episode 13, the season finale. Hopefully not the series finale, but we'll get into that a little bit later. So we start off, all hope is lost, everybody's dying, but guess who finds Nightfall's helmet? That's right, Quinn. Quinn gets a hold of Nightfall's helmet, and we get a recorded message in front of her and Cheryl, where basically it says, like, look, you're going to have to put on the helmet for an eye scan. It's like, you are you. You know, you're not me yet unless you want to be me. Type motivational speech to get this power core out of the helmet, because apparently Nightfall already, made for that. So after that, we put that into the dimensional machine. It powers up, and Mooncake starts blasting it. He starts overpowering it. Again, it's going to blow again, but Kevin jumps in there for the win, saves everybody, and then they are able to possibly get home. Tribor and Quattro finally show up. They activate the bridge from the other side, and yes, they do end up getting home. Finally, everybody is safe. That's kind of the Quinn, Cheryl, Biscuit, Kevin part of the episode. As for Gary and Avocato, they go to save Little Cato in the Dragon Hawk 5, the fastest ship there is ever, apparently, that's inside the ship. And they go flying to go after Little Cato, and Avocato finally admits to Little Cato that yes, in fact, he did kill his parents. And he was like, I was a killer, it's what I was meant to do, but then I picked you up and you gave me purpose again. So it was this kind of nice, heartfelt moment where Little Cato kind of understood what was happening. It was like, he was in the Lord Commander's army. He didn't really have a choice. He kind of did, but didn't at the same time, if that makes sense. And he found this kid, and he chose to save this kid. If you're familiar with Naruto, very kind of similar attitude with Itachi and Sasuke. Itachi refusing to kill Sasuke. Moving on from there, Ash tries to stop them, and then who shows up? Here comes Massive Robot Hugh, where Biscuit upgraded Hugh's old body, and here comes friggin' Megatron down from the sky to block Ash's attack and save everybody. Heavy armor plating, just brutal. Just brutal Hugh. And then, but wait, there's more. Here comes Lord Commander. Lord Commander Titan finally shows up. But he, unfortunately, is pretty useless. I honestly thought maybe he was going to team up with Gary and everybody and kill Invictus. But no, Ash proved to be too much for him. Ash actually crushed his hand in the episode, completely breaking his hand as he broke her hands in the previous episodes. And then she just kind of slammed him down to the ground fairly easily, and he was out for the account for the entire episode. Ash is at this point is chasing after Little Cato, trying to stop them from getting through the dimension. And lo and behold, who comes out? Mooncake, to try to save the day. And then Mooncake quickly realizes that he is not as powerful as Ash. And now Mooncake kind of gets scared and feels scared. And Ash is saying with her evil face, as is my thumbnail, because this episode is very dark and kind of heartbreaking. And we'll get into that more as we go on through the review. But she captures Mooncake and is about to kill Mooncake, and then realizes that Mooncake is the key to unlocking Invictus. And you already see where this is going. So we don't know if Mooncake is dead or not. We know that she took the key from Mooncake and was able to unlock Invictus. And then we find out what Invictus really is, too. Invictus is just like the Titan of Titans. This extremely powerful, crazy Titan. We actually got to see a form. So probably Invictus is like the leader of all of the Titans. That's my guess. We don't have 100% confirmation if Invictus is a Titan or something else, but Invictus just looks like a massive Titan. As Invictus gets free, traps the Lord Commander in a cube similar to Bolo. So the Lord Commander is SOL. He was like, you know what? I'm not going to kill you. Have fun rotting away in this cube for a million years. And then that's basically the end of Lord Commander's arc. He is now trapped in a cube. There is no way for him to get out of the cube, and at least we get to learn how Bolo got in the cube in the first place. We obviously Bolo is dead at this point in time, and that's all she wrote. But this is Ash just kind of going full evil. It finally completely going full circle. It's kind of sad because Ash is like completely just gone. It's kind of like an Obi-Wan Anakin moment in Star Wars, if you're familiar with that, specifically Episode 3. It's like, I failed you and I'm sorry. That's what Gary says to Ash. And she stops for a minute. It does. Like there's a little bit of good in her still. And she questions it for a little bit. But then she just kind of goes back full dark side, full evil. And tries to stop them from getting out of final space. And just trying, basically killing her friends. Completely sided with Invictus. And you definitely got that Darth Sidious, Darth Vader vibe where Ash is Darth Vader in the relationship doing Sidious's bidding. Because it doesn't really seem like Invictus can do anything as they are trapped. We don't know what abilities it has now that it is fully released into the world, but we do know that the only thing it could really do is take over people's minds and drop a bunch of zombie Garys. We actually got to a point where the zombie Garys came back in the episode, but the Lord Commander just kind of, cut through them like absolutely nothing. So it's a possibility there are absolutely no more zombie Garys left if the Lord Commander destroyed all of Invictus's Titans, which I'm assuming he did. That's my guess, is he went to the Earths and destroyed all the Titans. We don't really know. We saw him killing a bunch of Titans. It seemed like he was the strongest Titan, minus possibly Invictus at this point in time. But we got to see him just wipe the floor with a bunch of zombie Garys, so hopefully no more zombie Garys ever again. But it's just kind of sad watching Ash fall further and further from the team squad, going full dark side, and to the point where she is killing something, Mooncake, because Mooncake's kind of an it too. She's killing him and doesn't really have any repercussions or feelings about it when Mooncake isn't really the one that hurt her. It was Gary, even though he didn't actually kill Fox, but she still thinks in her mind that Fox got killed because of Gary. So now Invictus is free. At the end of the episode, everybody's just super worried, because we see this huge beam of light going across the screen, and then who shows up in the regular universe and is broken out of final space? Invictus, because Invictus is apparently so freaking strong that it can just jump through dimensions without a moment's notice. And now we have no idea, what could possibly stop Invictus at this point in time. If the series does end here and we do not get a season 4, then basically you can assume that Invictus won and everybody's dead. And the prophecy came true yet again, and we just gotta sit back and enjoy the storyline as it happens. We do have Rick and Morty season 4, or season 5 rather, coming up. So you'll still get your space series Phil, because that's coming up. But if we do not get a season 4 of Final Space, then it's basically Invictus 1. Sure, they got home and they got saved. Yet we actually got to see, all of the Final Space poisoning leaving Gary among the other characters. So, they're not going to die, but theoretically they're dead because Invictus popped up. So, I mean, I believe altogether there were supposed to be 6 seasons. I think Nolan had the material, because he was talking about season 4, season 5, writing the material for it. So I think what's going to happen is TBS doesn't want it. Adult Swim doesn't want it. They pushed the time back to, 12:30 on a Sunday. Nobody's watching it at that time. And it's kind of messed up for the fans that actually were watching it, because there's only 2 episodes left, and they just replaced it with Family Guy or something, Family Guy reruns. So it's come on, leave it the time slot, let it finish out the season. I get it, you're not getting the ratings you 100% want to see, but it is what it is. So I doubt Adult Swim is going to keep it. I doubt TBS is definitely not going to keep it, so they may just pawn it off possibly on Adult Swim. But I'm hoping what's going to happen is we're going to get that international release to Netflix soon enough. I will give you an update video for the international fans that have not been able to view the entire series legally yet, I should say. I will give an update when I hear one or see one on Facebook. They'll be like, hey, look, season 3 is live worldwide. Go check it out on Netflix. And I think that's really going to boost the ratings, because every time it got released on Netflix, when season 1 and 2 got put in there, my reviews went from like 100 views a piece to like pushing 1,000. And I think it's going to be the same here because I'm getting them between 100 to 300 views on these. And I like that because they're one of my highest viewed videos. So I keep doing them. Everyone seems to like them. So I'm going to keep doing them for you. So it's going to be really sucky if Final Space is done after this season, but we'll just have to wait back and hear. It's going to be a little while. Just keep in mind, wait for the Netflix release, wait for the popularity to pop back up. I can guarantee it'll be in Netflix within the next month or so, probably July. I don't have an exact date. As I said, we'll make an update video when that happens. But I'm hoping we can at least expect a season 4, if not anywhere. Put it on Netflix, please. We all want more. I'm looking at the Final Space, Reddit forum, the subreddit forum. Everybody's loving on it. Everybody liked this season. Everybody loved this episode in particular. Everybody seemed to feel the same about the comedy as I have in the past. But great season overall. And the jokes hurt it a little bit. There was still one of those stupid jokes in this episode that hurt it just a tiny bit. But we'll give it a 10 out of 10 still. I mean, it's the season finale, possibly the series finale. So sometimes if you go out, you just got to go out with a bang. And it was great through and through. Had me on the edge of my seat through and through. So it's getting a 10 out of 10, this episode. And I don't think I've ever given a Final Space episode a 10 out of 10. But we will give this one a 10 out of 10. Even with that joke in there. But it is what it is. So let me know what your thoughts are down below. Let me know if you think we're going to be getting a season 4. What are your hopes and thoughts about season 4 if we do get one? And while you're down there, if you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, and leave a like as well. Thank you for watching. My name is Steve Gray, and as always, have a good one.